So you guys, let's talk Hesi. Oh my gosh, I'm just like, what am I going to do for the Hesi comprehensive exam? I'm just like, I don't know. But like I said, today is December the 18th. And I've already started preparing, even though this test is maybe not going to be until April the 29th or something like that. But I'm preparing because last semester I told you guys how I got caught up in the Hesi and my finals lagged. And I really don't want that to happen again. So I told you guys that this book is right here, is the Nursing School Bible. And as you can see, it's big. But one thing I love about it is it's just so organized. And it gives you critical thinking. And that's the biggest thing I want. I know I can critically think because I made it this far. But I want to be a better critical thinker. It gives you like little pyramids right here, like little important topics, you know, to remember. It refreshes your mind on the anatomy. And, you know, it gives you questions at the end. It gives you the level of content ability, client needs, content area, you know, test taking strategies, rationales. And I can tell you guys, rationales are Bible. You need your rationales. You can't just be picking, oh, I got this answer right, let's move on to the next one. No, you need to know your rationales. I was watching a Hesi review. You guys, I want you guys to let me know if Hesi is any good. But I was watching a Hesi review, and, you know, even from the trial, I learned so much from it. Like, it was only like 12 or 20 minutes, but, you know, only like 5 minutes actually teaching. But it was so, it opened my eyes to how to read a nursing question. And it just really opened my eyes to how to read a nursing questions, especially how they broke it down. They said, when you choose an answer, you're telling the NCLEX people, or you're telling Hesi that this is what I would do if I was in this situation. If there was only one thing I could do for this patient, this is what I'm going to do. And when they made it seem that way, I was like, whoa, that is insane. Because if you only could do one thing for that person to make it be, you know, from that patient dying or living, you only can do one thing. And that's what you want to do. So that made me look at questions a totally different way. He also talked about how there's really no he's saying, as you read a question, should I be worried or should I shouldn't be worried? That would be first thing when you think, if you shouldn't be worried, let's just go ahead and document and stuff like that. But if you need to be worried, you need to assess or call a doctor if it's nothing that you can do as a nurse. And, you know, knowing your scope of practice is also important when answering these questions, because some of these options, you as a nurse, we cannot do. So that is one thing. Knowing priorities, ABCs, but they said they're changing it to CAB. I don't know when it's going to take effect yet, because my teachers haven't taught it, haven't incorporated that in our program yet. But I am getting my BSL on January 9th renewed, so I guess I will learn about it there. But Maslow's hierarchy of need is one of the big things. So, you know, I took with this Hesi exam, it comes with a code on the inside. And what it does, it can set you up for a study schedule. You get a 75 question assessment, and it's like a 2 or 3 week, it's like a 3-week study schedule that it puts you on and lets you know kind of chapters. I did pretty good on the comprehensive that I took, the 75 question. I did pretty good, better than I thought I did. But one thing I do not like about this book, these questions are so easy. These questions are easy. These questions do not make you think. They're kind of knowledge-based a little bit, and that's what I don't like about it. So I am looking at doing other NCLEX questions, because I need something with some challenge, because they said the comprehensive Hesi exam is tough, and I don't want to be doing baby questions when I need to be building my critical thinking skills. That's just it. I want to know how you guys prepare for the comprehensive. Like you now, I have a study schedule that is going to start Monday coming up, because I was like, well, I'm going to give myself a full week out of school, and then, you know, Monday I will hit the road running and just reading a chapter a day, you know, because I've read the OB and pediatrics, so that's, you know, a good bit of chapters I cut out. But I think about March I should be done with the book. But how do you? I just want to know what you guys use for NCLEX questions. You know, how is the comprehensive Hesi? You know, is it? I seen one lady on here. She said it was the hardest test she ever took. How is it? If it's different from the rest of the comprehensive Hesis? Because I thought Hesi, altogether, I thought Hesi was really broad. I felt like you couldn't even study for Hesi. I felt like I got to not study for Hesi and went in there with the knowledge that I learned this semester and would have did the same or did better. So I want you guys to let me know how you guys are doing. And I made this notebook to go with it. Notebook to go with it, and in it I have my I'm just an organized freak, you guys. I saw on all nurses they have like Hesi and nurse NCLEX gyms or whatever, and this is like, you know, little labs and stuff on here. You know, how to answer your questions, prioritization. And one thing I need to know is prioritizing which patient goes first. That is so important. You know, I missed questions on my Hesi this semester, not knowing which patients to go see about first. You know, your lab values. And your lab values are so important. So if you don't know them, and then, you know, this goes on for a couple of patients. And knowing our diets, you know. Diets is a big thing I've seen. And when we start reading Monday, what you do, you have this sheet right here. And as you can see, I'm just such a control freak. Date, topic, key concepts, and drugs or whatever. And it's nothing but I just write down key topics from the notes or whatever. Any drugs that I need to know. Any drugs that I'm not familiar with. I'm pretty good with drugs unless it's drugs that I'm not familiar with. Like when I took the Hesi comprehensive assessment, I did miss a couple of drugs because I'm like, hey, I don't know these. These are not the typical drugs. I don't know these. So, you know, those would be ones that I have to practice a little bit on. But yeah, I just want to know what you guys are doing for the comprehensive Hesi exam. How was it? You know, how did you guys do? Because I want to do great. What can I say that our grading scale, that we have to make at least an 80 or a 79.5 is our cutoff. And we know that a C plus starts at an 82 and a B starts at a 86.5, and then a B plus is a 90 or 89.5, and then an A is at a 93.5 or 94, you would say. This thing I came in nursing school with a 3.4, and I am now sitting at a 3.09, and I know that you guys are like, oh my gosh, she's telling her GPA online. It's okay. Nursing school has torn up my GPA. Like, it has dropped me so much because it doesn't convert to the regular school schedule. So, you know, I'm like a 84 student. Like, I'm average between an 84 to an 86, like, each semester. That's like where my grades fall in between an 84 to 86. And next semester, I cannot do that. Next semester, my grades cannot fall that low because I want to go to grad school. I want to get my master's. I just don't want to be just a BSN nurse. I want to go more. I want to be an MSN. I want more. You know, I want more. So next semester, I have to work really hard to get those 86.5s or, you know, or higher because my GPA cannot drop anymore because I know you have to have at least a 3.0 to even really apply. So I just gotta, you know, that's why I'm starting this reading now. So it won't be so much on me. And I have great memory. Like I remember things. You know, I just need to be brushed up on some things. You guys, I also want to know about how do you guys go about clinical? If anybody, I just want to know how people go about clinical. You know, how do they deal with clinical? You know, like what is your routine of clinical? You know, like how do you organize your clinical stuff? I want to know. Like, so you guys let me know. You guys, I just want to thank you again for just rocking with me. I want to hear you guys' stories. Share some stories with me. I would love to hear. Comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you. Merry Christmas, you guys. Hope Santa brings you all you want.